study that I worked on. I added some brush strokes with a lot more paint. Hey guys, I wanted to take you along with me while I mount these paintings onto a panel and kind of talk about why I do it and how I do it. I guess I'll start with the why. The reason why I do this is because, well, we've all been there, right? We buy these beautiful panels, we're super excited to paint, and then the painting doesn't turn out. And then most of the time our panel goes to waste, and we hate that because we're trying to be very useful with our supplies. And when we go into a painting on a panel, I think a lot of the time we get very nervous and tight because we think we have to make a masterpiece. But what I do now is I just paint on a piece of linen that I've cut, and if it turns out great, then awesome, I get to mount it onto a panel. And if it doesn't work out, then it's okay. Just a piece of linen, just exercise, and that's just that. But here I am mounting it on an MDF board. You can purchase this at a Home Depot, but you have to try and get someone to cut it for you. Usually they don't cut it, and I haven't really gone back because of that. I don't want to be like pushy about finding someone to cut it for me. So what I've been doing lately is mounting it onto a foam core, and foam core is a great board to mount paintings on. One, because it's super strong, lasts a long time, acid free, great for paintings, but it's also very lightweight. So if you're shipping paintings, this will be your best friend. This was just some leftover MDF board that I had, so I wanted to use it. I think it's great. If you have the supplies to cut it yourself, I would love the MDF board just because it has some weight to it, but you definitely will have to pay the cost in shipping. So that's another thing to consider. But here I just applied the glue to the board and the linen. You want to make sure it's PVA. A lot of people also use clear gesso. I haven't tried that before, but I probably will at some point. And you lay it over some books. Make sure the glue really sticks on to the linen, and just making sure you get the air bubbles out and making sure it's all nice and set onto the board. And there you have it. You've got yourself a painting. It was a little nerve-wracking to figure all of that out in the beginning, but it's a lot easier than you think. So if you've been thinking about trying that, I would go for it because I think it's great.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love.
We got the prints for Season of Waiting, and I'm so happy. I want to show you guys the quality because I think it's so good. This time around when I developed these prints, I spent a lot more time in Photoshop just removing any glare that came out from the scan or any dust particles from the scan that I was just enhancing. I actually had to edit a lot because everything was completely bright, and even these reds were very, very saturated. And I'm starting to think now if taking a photo of the painting is easier than scanning it. I'm gonna keep trying different ways so that it comes out as best as possible. But what I really do love about the scanned images is that you get such good quality, and the brushwork that you can see. You can even see the linen peeking through, which I love because, I mean, once you have this framed, it looks like a painting. I really hope you guys like it. This is gonna be added to the shop very soon, so make sure to sign up to my newsletter because you will be the first ones to know. My other paintings that I showed earlier in the video are already up on the shop, and as of right now I think they're still currently available, so make sure to head over there and check out those as well. You can get the original of this one, but I'm just really excited to bring this up as a print because I just love it. Now I'm going to stamp and sign every single print. Totally forgot to show you. I also got these. This is just a little photo of my studio with some packing supplies and stuff. So this is gonna be the new thank you card. I'm just gonna have the little thank you note in the back here. But I just thought this was really cute and a nice way to personalize the packaging a little bit more because I really enjoy putting detail into sending off a package, whether that's an original painting or even just a print, because I just really appreciate the support. Whenever I get a message or an order, I just get so happy. So hopefully this little image can make it a little bit more special. a small confession, but it's a good one. And I actually want you to join me. I've finally decided to try the Strada challenge. If you don't know what the Strada challenge is, Strada is the name of a company that makes plein air easels, and twice a year they host a challenge where you have to paint for 30 days from life, and completing those rules, it enters you into the chance of winning one of their easels. And to be honest with you, I'm not doing this because of the easel, although I think that would be awesome if I win. I have just always wanted to do this challenge of painting from life for 30 days because I definitely think I have painted 30 days in a row before. I don't think that's the crazy part. I think it's the setting up of your subject matter every single day and feeling what that's like, because if you've ever painted from life before, you know it is completely different than painting from a photo. I think that painting from life is the best thing to do, but unfortunately, sometimes we love to paint things that are moving subjects or portraits and figures, and we don't really have access to models and things, so we rely on photos. But I just thought this would be a perfect time. Every time the challenge comes around, I kind of avoid it, but I'm gonna do it this year, and it starts September 1st. By the time this video goes out, it'll be exactly a week before the starting date. So if you want to join me, please do, and let me know if you do. I think you can just go on their Instagram page and sign up. It's pretty simple actually, and yeah, I'm really excited to experience this and share all my paintings with you guys. So that is what you're going to be seeing in September, and this was kind of a practice run, and thankfully it went pretty well. So because of this painting, I decided I'm gonna do it, and it's been a couple days since I did this painting and I'm nervous again, but that's the point. We just gotta go for it. I worked on a little painting that I didn't get to film, but I think it's just because I wasn't really sure where I was going with it. I want to hopefully develop a bigger painting with something similar like this, and this was heavily inspired by a Sargent painting. What's funny is, well, let me show you first. I mean, I'm just over here chit-chatting, but it's not varnished yet, so the darks are a bit dull right now, but this is the little study that I worked on. It's kind of funny because Eduardo took these reference photos for me, and they were very unplanned. I remember that day I was feeling very tired and a little bit achy, and I was just literally laying on the couch like that, just and he was like, don't move, and he just like snapped the picture, and then I kind of got in the mood and he started to snap more references, and I really like the vibe of all of them. They remind me of a lot of paintings that I really love, so I'm thinking of hopefully doing like a bigger painting like that. But I've learned my lesson with bigger paintings that you should always do a study first, not just for the color but also just the composition. And yeah, so that's what this was. So I just didn't film it because I didn't really know what it was going to be, but I ended up really loving it. And you will find this little study on my shop too. Here to talk about this little painting. It's actually still wet because I did it last night and I'm getting paint all over my fingers, but I loved how this painting came out. I really enjoyed the colors. It reminded me a lot of this painting over here, and just a lot that I learned at the still life workshop that I went to. I do want to mention though, this linen, oh, I don't use Raymar panels that much because it is a bit pricey for me. So I actually got the 5x7 like sample pack. I think it's a pack of 3, I want to say. This one is by far my favorite. It's called the C13DP. Let me show you. Ooh, this painting is wet. You can really play with the texture of the linen. It has a lot of tooth, as they call it, but let me get in a little closer. I feel like down here you can kind of see I started off with a wash. I added some brush strokes with a lot more paint, but I barely laid the brush down. It left the texture of the linen underneath, and I just feel like that plays so nicely because it resembles the tablecloth. I kind of hate that I loved it that much because now I'm gonna want Raymar panels all the time. Make sure to check out the shop if you're interested on any of the works. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you here very soon.